Right now on CBS 12 News this morning, Russian President Vladimir Putin paving the way for war in Europe. How the White House is responding this morning and the impact we could all see here at home.
Here at home, safety concerns continue to grow over the safety of Brightline trains after a series of accidents in South Florida. Coming up, how local officials and federal regulators are joining forces to hopefully make the tracks safer.
Plus, looming threats to cut funding going to schools who defied the mask mandate ban. We spoke one-on-one with Palm Beach Superintendent Mike Burke on the proposal being taken up in Tallahassee.
You're watching CBS 12 News this morning.
Well, I expect another day of nice temperatures today. Good morning and happy Tuesday to you. I'm Matt Lincoln.
I'm Ashley Glass. Another day in paradise. No signs of winter here in South Florida. Let's take the live look outside. Lake Worth Beach, a perfect day to enjoy the beach later on today. And we love the view of those offshore clouds.
Yeah, it looks really nice there when the sun rises. Lauren, we got a nice day on tap.
We really do. It's just a nice week overall. There's not much weather happening. A little breezier out there for us today. Live look outside from the airport camera. You can see it's kind of bouncing around a tiny bit. That's the slightly windier start to our day. You'll see the wind speeds here at the bottom coming in or out of the east around 15 miles per hour. We head to the upper 70s once we get to around 10, 11 o'clock or so this morning. So, hey, we're in great shape out there. Our high temperatures for today are going to near 80. We will be a little warmer for areas that are a little further inland. We'll head closer to maybe 84 or 85 if you're out near Lake Okeechobee. You're away from the wind, away from the ocean. That does keep your temperatures a little bit cooler. Near 80 degrees again for your Wednesday. Winds out of the east to southeast might pull a few tiny showers on shore, but it's another really easy day out there for us across the area. Matt, Ashley?
All right, Laura, thank you very much. Take a look right now on our roads here as our traffic tracker rolling along, not seeing any problems right there on our roadways. And we're going to keep on following this all morning long.
6:02, we want to take a live look in Kyiv, capital of Ukraine, where it's just past noontime there. Tensions are escalating after Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered military forces into separatist regions of Ukraine. Overnight, the United Nations Security Council held an emergency meeting.
That's right. Ukraine requested the meeting hours after Russian President Vladimir Putin deployed troops into the country. Our Sam Kerrigan at the live desk following the developments that are coming in.
So, Sam, what do we know? What came out of that meeting?
Well, Matt, Ashley, the Security Council believes this is just another move leading to an invasion of Ukraine, and they're warning the consequences of Russia's actions will be dire across Europe, but also around the world. And this all comes as Russian President Vladimir Putin signed a decree recognizing two eastern Ukrainian regions as independent states. He later ordered troops into the regions, saying they were needed to maintain order. Several council members responded to that decision at last night's emergency meeting. Take a listen.
He calls them peacekeepers. This is nonsense. We know what they really are. This move by President Putin is clearly the basis for Russia's attempt to create a pretext for a further invasion of Ukraine.
Diplomats at the UN say the risk of a major conflict is very real at this point and needs to be prevented at all costs. They're urging all sides involved to show restraint. Now, in a televised speech, Putin blamed the crisis on NATO, saying it had encroached on land that has been part of Russia for a long time. But in a televised address of his own, the president of Ukraine said, quote, "We are not afraid of anyone or anything. We don't owe anything to anyone, and we won't give anything to anyone." Ashley.
All right, 6:04 is the time right now as we want to take the live view here of the White House, where President Biden's responding with new sanctions on trade and financing. The president signed an executive order restricting American business in Ukraine's breakaway regions. And today, the president's expected to impose new sanctions on Russia.
All right, 6:04 now, and those sanctions could be used to prevent war. It also could have a major impact on the global economy. The biggest impact on our wallet could be the continuing rise of gas prices, since Russia is the world's second largest producer of oil. Right now, the price is already the highest we've seen in 8 years. According to AAA, Palm Beach County has the second highest gas prices at $3.62. Least expensive gas prices can be found in the blue areas. That's in the Panhandle, about 20 cents less.
Stay with CBS 12 News for all the developments coming out of Ukraine. Head to CBS12.com or get push alerts sent straight to your phone by downloading our free CBS 12 News app.
Our 6:05 now, and this morning the safety of Brightline trains continues to be top of mind after a series of accidents that continued this weekend.
Yeah, it's a form of transportation so many people use to get to from West Palm Beach to Fort Lauderdale, maybe Miami soon, all the way north to Orlando.
But these high-speed trains can be dangerous, and in Palm Beach County there have been 4 crashes in the last week, 2 which were deadly.
Yeah, 2 of them happened in Lake Worth. In one of the crashes, someone died while they tried to beat the train. And in another, a car got hit trying to go around the crossing gate. The other 2 were in Delray Beach. A woman and her baby were able to get out of the car after crossing the tracks. And in the most recent incident involving Brightline trains, a man died after crossing the tracks.
And our Kara Duffy's now joining us live from the West Palm Beach station there. Kara, so what safety improvements are on the table?
Well, Matt, Ashley, federal regulators and local officials now planning to come together to look at more ways to improve the safety of the tracks here along Brightline crossings like the one we're at right now in West Palm Beach. They want to make them safer, and that includes finding more ways to keep people and cars off these tracks when they shouldn't be. According to the mayor of Palm Beach County, who's also the chair of the Transportation Planning Agency, we could see more gates and a bigger focus on education through more public service announcements. We could also see changes to quiet zones where trains aren't allowed to sound the horn to preserve the quality of life around the tracks. We know there's one in Boca Raton. Both top officials with Brightline and the mayor of Palm Beach County also calling on drivers to be more responsible when it comes to track safety, and that means not trying to beat the incredibly fast trains.
We need people to understand, like you wouldn't run across I-95, you don't drive across a crossing when the arms are down.
In the Treasure Coast section of the Brightline corridor, which is where they're expanding right now, we are told that there will be more gates, lights, and signage because federal regulations do require it, where trains can travel at even higher speeds. And Matt, Ashley, this conversation certainly not over. The Federal Railroad Administration will be holding a meeting in Boynton Beach as soon as tomorrow. That's where they're going to be meeting with local officials, other railroad operators, as well as local law enforcement agencies, all of them coming together to try to find a solution to this, as so many people in the community right now certainly at the forefront of conversation when it comes to protecting people and really making these tracks and crossways safer for the community.
Yeah, Karen, like the mayor said there, we all have to be smart and safe, do our part, stay away from these trains. 6:08's the time right now. We have an eye on education this morning. Tomorrow, the Palm Beach County School Board will hold a meeting on a new proposal to recruit more substitute teachers. See, the district is considering hiring teenagers to help fill the gaps in our schools. Under the proposal, recent high school graduates, teens, would get paid $14.30 an hour. Those with less than 30 earned college credits would earn more, $14.57 an hour. If you have between 30 to 59 credits, you bump up a little more, earn 26 cents more. School board members will discuss the proposal tomorrow at 5 p.m.
All right, 6:08 in this morning, Palm Beach County schools are on track to lose tens of millions of dollars in state funding. The proposal now in the state legislature looks to punish districts who defied the governor's mask mandate in schools last year. The proposal would cut a total of $200 million in state funding from the 12 districts that defied the order. Republicans sponsoring the bill say they'll only target the salaries of high-paid administrators, and then that money will go to districts that did not mandate those masks. Palm Beach County Superintendent Mike Burke spoke exclusively with CBS 12 News. He says a cut in funding could have a serious impact to our kids.
I'm having trouble understanding why anyone would think it would be okay to siphon off the Palm Beach County taxpayers' money. What it's going to do is it's going to water down our funding and our ability to serve all of our students.
A lot of school districts that mandate masks are mostly in Democratic-heavy parts of the state. Right now, the proposal still has to go through the Republican-controlled Senate.
6:09 is the time. I'm sure this has happened to someone, you know. They graduate from college and then they can't find a job in the field that they studied.
Yeah, now a college in our area wants to make sure that doesn't happen. You either find a job within 6 months or you get your money back.
Your college tuition money back, no less. It's a lot of money. Madeline Montgomery joins us here in studio with more this morning. Maddie?
This is seriously any student's dream. I would say, I know I was just dreaming of getting a job right out of college, and I was lucky enough to, but not everybody does. And so what this is going to do is when kids take out those thousands of dollars of loans, if they do not get hired for a job in the field that they studied in after graduation, then the promise is from Palm Beach State College to pay that money back. And it's only for certain fields of study, so you can take a look at the list we're going to put on your screen. Students who study welding, nursing, heating and air, and the careers listed on your screen can get their money back. And these specific programs were chosen because there are so many job openings for them already. The school's goal is to motivate kids to take their studies seriously and to guarantee the community gets important roles filled that have had openings because of the pandemic.
I think honestly that will be something absolutely amazing that will make students feel as if I should definitely start this.
Yeah, I've never heard of anything like that before, and it's something that I could see it being very beneficial to the students.
The tuition money back guarantee is for students who finish their 2-year program, and for most of them, tuition for 2 years is anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000. So students could potentially get back those thousands of dollars if they haven't found a job 6 months after they graduate, and this money back guarantee kicks off for the summer term, and that starts in May.
All right, man, it's good stuff there. 6:11 now, coming up on CBS 12 News this morning. Still no deal in sight to bring back America's pastime in time for opening day.
There is hope, though. We're going to tell you about the negotiations underway now in Jupiter between Major League Baseball and the players.
And day 2 of Honda Classic Week. We'll tell you what's happening on the course today. That's coming up next. You're watching CBS 12 News this morning, the one to turn to.